Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we are answering a question no one has ever asked. Just how good are kids' headphones? Here's the headphones that we've got here, guys. These are the JoySpark T5s. And you can see on the side here, these are wireless headphones. They do have Bluetooth and they fold up to be nice and compact. So I'm not expecting these to be AirPods Max level of quality, obviously, but we're gonna see what these are all about. We got the nice blue color, blue on blue, gotta love it. On the side here, we've got some specifications. I'm not gonna read these out to you, but if you know anything about audio, let me know if these are good specs. I have no idea. And flipping around to the back, you can see that we have 40 millimeters of bass. There's a 2 decibel mode, I imagine for like super low level listening since these are headphones for children. And it does boast a 60-hour runtime. Very cool. And I find it really funny that this is literally a brand for kids, but they're marketing them as professional headphones. That's hilarious to me. And on the side here, we've got some other information, mostly in other languages. This is, of course, a Chinese brand. And important to note, not a sponsored video. When I do sponsored content, you guys, it is always properly disclosed, and I can assure you, no money or products have been exchanged for this video. All right, so JoySpark T5, let's go ahead and open these up. And it is worth noting that I did open these up before, just to test them out because we actually will be using these for my son when we go on vacation this summer. So popping them out of the box here. We'll get to that stuff in a second. But here are the headphones. So we've got the branding there, JoySpark on the sides. And they do fold up pretty nicely. Nice and compact. These did not come with a case or anything like that, but for $16, I think we paid for these. Honestly, I wouldn't expect them to come up with a bunch of accessories, but they feel good. It's definitely hard, cheap plastic, which I would fully expect because they're kids' headphones and they're gonna get dropped, they're gonna get dragged down the floor. They're probably gonna get banged on a table a few times, let's be honest. So, first impressions, pretty decent. Let's see what comes in the box. So we've got a headphone cable. Cool, I haven't seen one of these in a long time. Headphone jack to headphone jack. And we've got some little materials and instructions down here. I'm not gonna go over that with you guys because that would make the video too long. But just know it comes with everything you need. It does also come with a USB-C. It does also come with a USB-C charging cable. We did take that out of the box. But yeah, fun fact, these do actually charge through USB-C, and you can use them as traditional headphones as well via a headphone jack. So they do a lot. Setting the box aside, let's take a closer look at these guys. Look at the finish here. And the top is very cushy. Honestly, these feel better than the AirPods Max Dupes that I got from DHgate. The ear cushions, very nice. These are very cushy. Man, they make these for kids. Do they make these for adults? Because this actually feels great. These are actually pretty nice. Adjustability. I don't know if these are gonna fit my head. I'm definitely going to try, but yeah, first impressions for 16 bucks, pretty solid feeling pair of headphones. Definitely no weird give or anything like that. Yeah, I'm super impressed by these so far, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these set up with my phone and we'll see what we can do. Let me go grab a phone. All right guys, I've got my trusty Google Pixel Fold here, the first one. And if you guys have seen other videos on my channel of this phone, you know I am a huge fan of it. Feel free to check those out if you want to. First things first, let's go ahead and power these on. So buttons, we've got our buttons on the side here. Volume rocker here, power button, and this is the 2 decibel mode that they're advertising on the side of the box. So I'll test that out and see if that actually does anything. I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest. We've got our USB-C port, our headphone jack, and I'm assuming this is a microphone. So if my son wants to take calls on these, he definitely can. Honestly, I'll be amazed because he's 1 year old. So that'd be pretty cool to see. So we'll start by powering these on. I don't know if you guys heard that. Let me try to hold these a little closer. I'm gonna hold these right up to my mic here.
Power on, pairing.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but it said power on, pairing, with like a little English accent. So we'll set those there. Pop into my fold here. And we're gonna try to pair these as a new device. JoySpark T5. It's connected. It is connected. Let's turn the volume down so I don't hurt myself here. Spotify open. Let's get some music. Let's find something decent. I want to hear from you guys. What have you been listening to lately, music-wise? Because it's about that time of the year where everybody's like, oh, this is the song of the summer. What's your song of the summer? What do you think it's gonna be? I've got a few, to be honest with you guys. If you want me to do videos about music and like music recommendations, let me know. Obviously, this is a tech channel, but I am willing to try new things if you guys would enjoy it. All right, so I'm gonna adjust these to a size 3. Let's see if these fit, first of all. Okay, here's the look. Very nice. So definitely like on-ear headphones. They're not over-ear. I prefer over-ear, that's just me. But to be honest, these look okay. It's not bad. We're going to play one of my favorite songs at the moment here. Love S.G. Lewis, by the way. He's a phenomenal producer. All right, so let's turn the volume up here. I'm impressed. Bro, these actually sound okay. I'm waiting for the bass to drop here. Let's see. Okay. First impressions, these are surprisingly good. 1, for $16, and 2, considering they're marketed as headphones for kids, dude, these are actually pretty decent. The clarity is really good. Mids and highs are very clear. Bass is pretty much non-existent, which, to be honest, I would fully expect, because you don't want a lot of bass on kids' headphones because they're very sensitive to certain frequencies, and having a lot of bass, probably not a great idea for toddlers. I'm impressed with the sound quality on these. Real talk. So I actually did a video where I bought AirPods Max Dupes from DHgate, and no hesitation, I don't even need to bring those out to compare them. I will tell you, these have better audio quality than the dupes that I bought for $110. These sound better. Granted, build quality on these is not as nice. Again, plastic, very hard plastic. This feels like something I would get for free in a Happy Meal, to be totally honest with you guys. But if it has good audio quality, at the end of the day, that's what matters. These are very comfy. Could you wear these as an adult? Maybe, depending on your head size. I don't have a very big head. I have a tall head, but it's not like extremely wide or anything like that. Yeah, you could actually daily, you could daily wear these, which sounds so weird to say. You'd probably get some looks, but for $16, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the quality on these. So I'm gonna do a song that's a little more bass heavy. We need, let me just show you guys my playlist here for spring. I make playlists for seasons. Does anybody else do that? Probably just me. So I'm gonna go with one of my songs of the summer, Assumptions. The song is just hitting right now. All right, so let's give this a try. Skip ahead a little bit here. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Again, those mids and highs, very, very good. Lower end, it's pretty much non-existent. Now let me go with something I know has like a bunch of bass. We gotta do it. turn these up a lot here. Nice, okay. So I just turned those up like pretty much all the way, and it stayed very clear. It didn't distort. They didn't get like overblown or muddy or anything like that. Stayed clear, which I'm really impressed by. No bass. Bass is like completely absent from these. So what I want to do is, it said it had a 2 decibel mode. Let me find the box here. Yeah, so right there, it says 2 decibel mode. I'm assuming that's for like extremely low level listening. So I'm gonna press that. Okay, it gave me a little chime. I'm gonna see what that does. As far as I can tell you guys, when you turn that on, it turns the volume very, very, very low. I don't know if it's 2 decibels exactly, because I feel like I wouldn't really be able to hear it. I could still hear the audio. It was definitely much, much quieter. And I turned it up a bit with that mode on, and you can still turn the volume up, but it definitely doesn't get as loud as it does with the 2 decibel mode off. So that is interesting. Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty impressed with these headphones, you guys. How many people are shopping for kids' headphones for themselves? Probably nobody, but we got these for my son, and I was just curious. Like, I love headphones. I love listening to music. How good is a $16 pair of kids' headphones? The answer is honestly like a 7, maybe an 8 out of 10. I have bought, like I said, I bought dupes for AirPods Max that sound worse than these. And you could buy like almost 10 pairs of these for the price that I paid for dupes. These are really impressive. The quality is very good, clarity is good, mids and highs, you can hear them. They don't distort even at high volumes, which is extremely impressive. I've no doubt these would be very durable. They fold up pretty compactly. Not too bad, right? Looks pretty good. And yeah, the only thing that would stop me from using these for myself is 1, the color. I'm not much of a blue guy. And 2, obviously you can tell these are kids' headphones. Like if somebody had these around your neck at the gym, I'd be like, okay, he wore like his son or his daughter's headphones to the gym, which is fine if you want to do that. But you might get weird looks from people, I'm not gonna lie. Home use though, why not, man? Why not wear these? They're very comfortable. Top didn't dig into my head at all. That's a problem I usually run into with over-ear headphones, is the top is not comfy and it kind of hurts my head. The ear cups, very, very comfy. They're really squishy. I don't know if you can hear the squish. That's very nice. 15 bucks for these, or 16. At the price that we paid for these, I am extremely impressed, and my son is gonna know what good audio quality sounds like, because these are pretty decent. And my only real wish for these would be to have some kind of play, pause integration, like in the ear cups or something like that, or even having a button along the back here with the other buttons, but it's a kid's pair of headphones, and I feel like they'd be pretty frustrated if they're like touching them and they're accidentally like playing and pausing the video or changing tracks and stuff. So I kind of understand why they didn't include that. But if they made these for adults, I would totally expect to see that feature. All right, guys, so that was, what are these called again? All right, guys, so that was my quick little overview of the JoySpark T5, a pair of kids' headphones that are actually pretty damn decent. Thank you for joining me for this very weird video. If you have any other weird tech suggestions that you want me to take a look at, leave those down in the comments. But for right now, just go ahead and like this video and subscribe if you liked it. YouTube thinks you'll like one of these videos on the screen here, so I will see you in one of those. Catch you guys next time. Peace.